Okay. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to More Trades. Welcome to an emergency update. It's the second time I streamed today, and we had some interesting movement from Bitcoin. That's why I thought I should come online because it's been moving in line with what I was saying earlier, that we could have a potential move to the downside. And I gave my the people in the Discord and the people who watch the live saw the targets, and we came to those lows. So what's next for Bitcoin and all that, I'm gonna let you know about it shortly. We're gonna get into the chart, sorry, and we're gonna analyze it as usual, as usual. We will try to be more objective, no subjectiveness. I mean, even though Bitcoin moving in some certain direction may be beneficial, but I'm gonna give you the highest probable scenarios. And I given that earlier in the stream. If you watched my stream earlier, I was saying I do expect, and I was saying that in the stream, that I do expect Bitcoin to come and take out this low and probably this wick, and then we may continue higher. Now, how high are we gonna have that move to 29, 30K, or is gonna be faded? We do have levels of resistance. I'm gonna show you them, and I'm gonna let you know of where to expect Bitcoin to end up to. And if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the videos if you like the content. And if you like, join the free Discord where I do post my ideas when we do have something to say. And if I don't have time to post a video or make an update, so I do post my ideas over there in the Discord. And if you really like to support the channel, then please don't hesitate to click the link in the channel description and in the video description. Hey Jafar, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. You are my #1 subscriber. I won't forget that. I believe you are the first subscriber I had. Probably the first viewer, but the first subscriber, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for joining the live, and thanks for giving me your most precious asset, and that is your time. I know people are busy. I know that you guys, or not you guys, we are at the moment in the holy month, so a lot of us are fasting, and so I appreciate you taking the time and listening to me rant and give my opinions. It's just another guy on the internet giving his opinions. Jafar, how is the volume? How is the voice? Not the volume on the chart. I mean the volume, the audio. Audio, is it clear? Is it loud? Is the music loud? Am I too loud? I might be hyped because I had a good meal. Well, I had a light meal. I'm gonna have my big meal later on. But I am hyped because it is exciting when what you think would happen happens according to what you say. And let's see if it's going to continue playing out. Now, I'm going to go to another chart where I have more data, and I'm going to show you what are we bumping our head against. Why are we getting rejected over here? So we're going to go on the 4-hourly chart, and you're going to see that Bitcoin, after it broke down from here, I think I need to... We broke out of this range that we were in, the CME gap range, if you remember this, the lower 27,360. If we even get there and get rejected, then that is a chance to enter a short. However, we do have the 50 EMA at exactly the same spot. So I'm gonna take out this ascending line, could also be resistance. It was a triangle we were in. I'm gonna try and declutter this chart for clarity. Then we're gonna go step by step. So there. For starters, 50 EMA on the 4-hourly. Thanks, bro. Good energy, because I have people like you who follow the stream, and positive people, man. Thank you. Now, I have this 50 EMA on the 4-hourly. We broken down. On the 1-hourly, I've already gotten my sell signal on this other indicator, but as I always say, the sell signal comes in, we might pump and then continue the dump. So I do expect a slight move up, then possibly a move down on Bitcoin. I have my VWAP on the hourly coming at 24,139. That's if we get there. Remember that big institutions look for selling opportunities above the VWAP and buy opportunities below the VWAP. So on the higher time frame, on almost every time frame, we are above the VWAP. So they're thinking of selling at the moment. Now, can this turn around? It can. This is a pattern I've been showing you guys a few days ago. I was saying whenever you see a big move down, like so, let's look at it in the 15-minute. Then you see Bitcoin do such a V-shaped recovery, and you see it creeping up. Then you come to the higher time frame. There is a good chance we could come all the way up to recover 27,680. Then we may go down. That is a good chance. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt if we come back to 28K. It's just a big range. I was looking at something here, and I'm going to remove everything from the chart, and we're going to look at this. I was looking at this in a different way, and I pointed it out. I believe I posted it in my Discord, that this looks like a big, beautiful range. And if you're trading a range, then you just long the lows and short the highs. We do have some deviations from the range. That's why you would want to have some tolerance, risk tolerance. So you see we had one touch here, two touch, three down, four, and a fifth. What if we continue higher? So this was the point you would chance a long. You could still chance a long over here, but if you want to be safer, you could wait for a double bottom. You could wait for a double bottom. Then you enter the long. You don't have to get the double bottom. Sometimes you get this kind of movement. Look at that. And then you are waiting for this double bottom, expecting it to be a perfect double bottom, but you continue higher before making that. You see this? This is what I'm talking about. Down, V recovery, and you don't get that instant V-shaped recovery as you see people draw it. No, it doesn't happen that way. It creeps up, pushes lower, fool people into a short, and then pushes back up. You could get that as soon as you see it creeping above the 50 EMA. Then that means you're over the 50 exponential moving average. So that means you are above the last 50 candles average. So once you get above this, so you're changing trend compared to the first or the last 50 candles. So if you start getting up here, you're gaining support above daily support. It was daily support, may turn into resistance, or we may recover it and become a daily support, and then move into the POC where it's a daily open as well, and we might find rejection. Now, going to basic technical analysis. Basic technical analysis, we would be looking at, well, not quite basic, but I would look for I am getting rejected at the 50 and a higher time frame, but I would look for a 618 retracement. You see, if I go from the top here to the low over here, we had a 0.618 retracement. You see that rejection over here? Beautiful. We exceeded. We went to the 0.65. Nevertheless, now that happened. Now what's the next thing? I go to the next one. I take the swing high from here and I go to the swing low over here. What do I have? The 618 at 27.50. 27,539. So I'm interested between 27,539 and 27,593. So I'll put it at 27,5 and 27,6 is where I would expect a nice rejection. And that would put me 27.5 to 27.6. Just to let you know, that could bring me 27.5, 27.6. I would just be satisfied with a 50% recovery of this candle, which we have done. But 27.5, 27.6 is possible. I did mention yesterday, I believe, that recovering 50% of this weekly candle, it's an insufficiency, is highly probable. I told you that from down here to the top over here, the 50% could bring us to that 25,102. Now keep that number in mind, 25,102. Now I'm going to show you the significance of that. We moved up, we completed, and now we're doing this down move. So now 25,102, I take it from this top, A wave down, B wave up, C wave target, 1-to-1 extension hit perfectly. This is after I streamed. You can see over there, we hit perfectly at the 1-to-1 extension. And then my next target is a 1.618 right over here, which would be the 1.618 brings you to 25,059. That will be close to the 25,102, which I said is a 50% recovery of that weekly candle. So if you recover the weekly candle, essentially you'll be completing, probably you'll be completing the C wave. But if you start seeing it tank more, now I'm going to show you the very bearish count, which is a bullish long term, but bearish short term. Is going to scare off a lot of people. Then we're going to go into some indicators. I mentioned in the other stream, the previous stream, that I wanted to show something and I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I'm going to post it. I'm going to show it after this. Now this move up could have been completed in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, completing wave 1. We came down for 2 and we went up for 3. Or you could say the wave 5 completed here. So nevertheless, we look here and say this entire move up was a wave 1. Our retracement to the downside could bring us down essentially. Let's look at that just a second. Our retracement, what chart is this? A Binance chart. Okay, we could, sorry. Now, there we go. Now, if we want to be bullish and say this was a 1 and we're coming down for a 2 and a 3, this entire big wave from here going up will be a 5th wave to complete this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, a big 5th. We're in a 1. We started with a 1 of the 5 here and going up in we're coming down in a 2 of the 5 of the 5th wave. The second wave can come as low as, you need to know this would be your box. You need to watch this zone. This would be my zone. Going below this zone, it cancels this 5th wave count to the upside and maybe something more bearish or a different count all in all. Now it will bring you to this zone between the 24,142 and the 21,574. This range, you'll have the 0.5, 0.618, and 0.786. Going below the 0.786 is bearish. Going below the 21.5 will invalidate this move and you'll be resetting the whole count. So that's very important to have the correct count, but counts do change. The charts don't care. Human emotions don't care about Elliott wave. Who cares about Elliott wave? But they do give you an indication of the direction of the market. Where could you end up? Where could you go and all that? Now, just give me a second, guys. Something isn't right over here. I just need to adjust something. Be right back. I need to fix something in the screen. Now, there we go. All right. Now going back into the chart, I'll tell you something for sure. That Bitcoin on the daily time frame, you are changing trend. Okay, you broke out. You need to hold the 25.2. If you come down to the 25.2, you need to show good support at 25.2. Failing to hold 25.2 gives you a risk that you could come between the 23 to 21 range. The thing that I wanted to show earlier, I wanted to show this on the weekly. This is very important because it gives us, though it is a late indication, but I mean, I didn't post it before, but I need to share this to be honest, for clarity, disclosure. Why is this showing me 27.9? Oh, that's the Heikinashi candle. Oh no. Yeah, this is a line break chart. Now, this is a line break chart, and in Bitcoin's history, I'll go to Bitstamp where I have more data on Bitstamp. Yeah, there we go. Whenever Bitcoin, you get a green candle on the weekly, on the Heikinashi, you have at least a short-term bull trend. Green candles, you get a pump. Once you turn red, you do have a follow through. Green, red, you have a small follow through. Bear market, bull market. This was March 2017. Now over here, it doesn't match the real color of the candles if you go on the actual weekly chart, because in the Heikinashi, when it's confirmed, it turns to the green or red. But if it's not confirmed, like here on the daily, it compares the candles, I believe, to the previous ones. And the daily, we have a gray candle. We don't have a red candle yet. So just telling you that when we had this one, this first week, 9th of January, this was an indication we're going to have at least a short follow through to the upside. That's the line break chart. That's what I wanted to show earlier. So it is somewhat bullish, but it may be coming to an end. It doesn't have to end now, but it may be coming to a short end, unless we're doing something like this. People are already calling for 50K. And Michael Saylor bought, I don't know how many thousand of Bitcoin. I saw that post. And sometimes that is an indication of a downturn. Okay, now we are trying to hold. If you start breaking 26,960 or 26,950, then you will be coming lower again. You have liquidity. This wick, if they recovered it faster, I would like it. If they recovered the wick faster, oh man, I have to go back all the way. If they recovered that wick faster, then you know, okay, they don't have any more reason. They took the liquidity and they're going. Remember when I said earlier in the stream, I wish they recovered that wick earlier? Well, they recovered it later. I was talking about this wick, I believe, and we came and recovered it and took some extra. Now, on the 15-minute indicators, RSI. On the RSI and the MFI, we are forming hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hourly. That's a high time frame, and we are having. You need to see it on the line chart to actually see the candle closes. So if you go on the line chart, you can see over here we had a higher high on price action. Over here, higher high, while we had a lower high on the RSI, and we earlier had a lower high on the MFI. So MFI, no bear hidden bullish divergence. Now it depends how the candle, the 4-hourly closes. If the 4-hourly starts breaking below this and breaking below here, we would erase the hidden bullish. Hidden bullish is a continuation of the trend. The micro trend is to the upside, but remember, the macro trend is still down. We didn't change that, and it would take so much to change that. But for the short to medium time frame, we are in an uptrend, so hidden bullish may play out. We may get another pump to those zones, 29,000, 30,500, which were also measured moves that I gave them earlier. Measured move possibly of that pennant that we're in. I'm talking about this pennant that we were in, obviously with the line chart. It's not very clear. There we go. We had this pennant playing out, and the measured move of this pennant, you just take the widest part of this pennant or triangle and put it at the possible breakout point. Now we broke up to the downside. I want to tell you something. You sometimes do break out to the downside, but that's a fake out. You didn't reach the end of the pennant and you broke out. You might have a fake out, then the continuation is a real move. Now this pennant, if you break to the upside, could take you 30,250, very close to 30,500. To the downside, your breakout, your first poke was here, so I would consider that the breakout, and it can take me down to 24,615. So as long as if we continue below this pennant, if we start breaking down again, the thing is, I can't consider this a breakdown yet, because as I always say, I want to see candles open and close below the level or above the level to consider a change in trend. So I needed to close below the trend line. What time frame is up to you. I would use 1 hour or 4 hour to see those candles. You see, we immediately got a demand wick, and I'm sure if we go to the open interest, you'll see a lot of people got wrecked. Open interest, there you go. You could see on this move down, this big red candle tells you a lot of longs have been wrecked in this move down. And then you could see a liquidation spike sometimes in this, but we didn't see it. But this is a demand buy up, a very quick buy up. Remember, this is a bullish hammer. Well, it's sort of a hammer. It's some kind of doji, but you get a buy up and now you're holding. Now, if you want to enter, you could enter along here, or you could wait for it to retest the trend line and give you the proof of the move. Now, so far we are below the EMAs. The 4 hourly tells me that I could come up to the 27,500 and get some liquidity only to continue lower. Move down, supported by volume on the 4 hourly. On the move up, this slight move up, volume is not supported. This is the 1 hourly, sorry. 4 hourly, you might not see much of action in that. I want to go to see something. Well, I don't have it right now, but I wanted to see how many people, how many shorts or longs have been wrecked in the last few hours. Bitcoin liquidations. Yeah, let's see it. Total liquidations on CoinGlass. Liquidations, longs and shorts. Let's go to BT Shizzle. BT Shizzle shows me that there are $67 million worth of longs that were wrecked in the past 4 hours. $67 million. And shorts, 13.97. So there were more longs wrecked than shorts, obviously, with the move down. 82% of longs, of the people wrecked, were longs. This is a total. On Binance had the highest, obviously. Bybit had the less number of people locked. Bitfinex, obviously less volume, less people. But the only shorts that I see here that were wrecked were in BitMax. What's happening in BitMax? More shorts. I mean, it shows, yeah, there are more shorts wrecked on BitMax. So people were shorting the low in BitMax. What's happening in BitMax? Oh, man. I know it's a bit cruel laughing at people, but you tend to do the same mistake. I've been there. I still go there, and sometimes you short the lows. You FOMO in that big red candle going down, or you FOMO into that green candle going up, and you think it's going to continue. Yeah, a lot of people got liquidated. Who do you think took their money? I took their money. I'm on the other side of the trade. Market makers took their money, obviously, also. So whenever you buy, you're buying from someone. Someone is selling at you. Who do you think is selling at you? Who do you think is selling to you your Bitcoin or your trade? You think I'm selling it? You think the other guy on the other side? No, it's a market maker, liquidity provider of the exchange. His job is to ensure that exchanges in the exchange go smoothly without interruptions. Yeah. Oh, you lost, man. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jafar. So it's not funny anymore. It's not funny. Anyways, uh, the people who buy and sell in an exchange like us, we are retail. Even the whales are retail uh, compared to the market makers, liquidity uh, providers. Oh, it hit your stop loss on alts. What alts were you trading? Liquidity providers. These people are on exchanges because obviously the exchanges doesn't have all the money. They need liquidity providers, and sometimes they have more than one liquidity provider, whether it's a person or an institution. They provide money so people like me and you can trade and buy Bitcoin or play in futures. Now, if there are no liquidity providers, you won't be able to buy and sell in futures. So when you're buying, you're essentially buying from him. So he is selling to you. So why should he sell to you and not make money? He will let you make money in the short term, but guess what? You're not going to take your money and run. You're going to wait for it to go lower and lower and lower until price reverses and goes back up to your entry, and probably you don't have a stop loss and hits your liquidation and your money's taken from you. LDO, it went up and I didn't take profit, went down. Yeah, bro, that's how it is. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a trading psychology. If you haven't, there are a few videos in the Discord. I believe there are 2 videos of trading psychology, 1 or 2 videos. You need to listen to it. The psychology of FOMO or something. It tells you the psychology. Listening to it and listening and trying. Trading, successful traders, and I'm talking about really successful traders, are simply people with a discipline and a set of rules. Example, the FOMO one. Example, the set of rules that you should stick to if you can. Okay, I'm gonna go short as soon as I see the 5 and 13 EMA cross. It's not a very high probable trade, but if I'm at resistance, I will go short. Before I enter the trade, I need to know my stop loss before my take profit. My stop loss, or I'm gonna exit the trade as soon as the 4-hour starts showing me that it's opening and closing candles above the 50 EMA. I'm out, I'm taking my profit. Or I'm going to have my stop loss initially with a 2% loss. Then as soon as price moves in my favor and I'm happy with the amount I'm making, I will bring my stop loss that even if I get stopped out, I make $50. That 50 accumulating day by day. If you can put a target to make $20 a day, in a month, you will make $600. In some countries, that's a wage, that's a salary. It pays the bills in some countries. If you put a target to make once your account is at $150 to $200, it is easier for you to take $30 trades with leverage and a stop loss of a loss of $10 once a day. You try it. That $30 could easily convert to $100. Trust me, I was there, I tried it. If you have an account of $150 to $200, you can take a trade with $30, or if your risk appetite isn't as big as mine, you could go for $18 trade. You could convert that to $100 a day. If you can do it daily, that's $3,000 a month. Tell me that's not doable. It's very doable, except on the weekends where it's all chopped. And if you trade on the weekend, you will get chopped out unless you have a lot of capital and you're willing to be in the red for a long time. Weekend is chopped. Why? Because big institutions don't trade on weekends. Maybe the algorithms trade on weekends, but big institutions don't trade on weekends. So that means your Bitcoin is almost like an altcoin. It isn't the same, but I mean, the volume is very low, easier for Bitcoin to be moved by big whales, other than on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. These days, whales can't manipulate it as much as big institutions. Now, oh, that was a rant. I talked too much. The DXY is looking bearish. I wish the DXY was bullish to be good for my short trade, but the DXY is at critical support that we bounced from. This is a boring thing to look at. I know a lot of people aren't interested, but I have to look at this. I cannot ignore the influence the dollar has in the markets. The DXY is right at support, bounced off at the moment. DXY rejected from this level of resistance, a supply zone. So we need to get above the 104 or 105. We've been struggling for a while. This zone, 103.2. So these lines show me supply and demand. I'm going to remove the daily. I'm interested in the weekly and the monthly. So these are my monthly zones and this is my daily. So if I come down here, I expect a buy up. If I come down here, I would expect a sell off. So if you can't get above it, it's a sell off. Now the Nasdaq has the 12,900 as supply zone. Nasdaq can go up. Look at the Nasdaq looking bullish on the daily, on the 4 hourly, and we are still down 0.5%. But the Dow Jones, which is like an altcoin for the stock market, how it moves, very volatile, is showing up momentum, and we're up almost a 0.8%. The Dow Jones moves faster, maybe because it's made up of less companies, 30 companies. The S&P 500 is up 0.5%, so we could have an accumulation day. We might move higher. It's very possible. On the other hand, Solana came down very nicely. Let's look, what do we have at the 19 level? We have a lot of accumulation here. It's not an easy zone to break, and to the upside, obviously the 23 and 26 zone are preceded by the 21 zone, but they're not easy to break. The 23 is right over here, and the 26 where is the 26? We have the 26, that's a 27, somewhere around there. So we have a lot of supply and demand. I mean, EOS is a coin I like to trade. I have a level it didn't hit. As soon as it hits, I'll be looking at it. The 1.312 and the 1.33. I'm not going to FOMO into it, but I would like to trade it. Now going back to Bitcoin, my take on Bitcoin. Today is Monday, first day of the week. False move Mondays. Mondays could be a fake move to the downside, and then we continue to the upside. So Monday is a good day to take profit if you made a trade on Monday, because not financial advice, but Tuesday may be a continuation to the upside. Because what usually happens is this: we move during the week, comes a weekend, we chop around. We've been doing this a lot of times. Go back in the chart and look at Saturday and Sunday, and you'll see a chop. And during that chop, it's usually a wave 4 or wave B. So this was Saturday, see? We had a chop. This chop lasted long. This chop over here, Thursday, went through Sunday, and then we went down. We didn't have a continuation to the upside. So it doesn't have to play out always, but looking at the chart and trying to find confluence and similarities of past performance. Look at this structure over here. You could see something similar over here. Let me get rid of that. You can't, you might see it. We had a big low followed by a higher low, and then we came down. We had a big low followed by a higher low, and now we come down. Could we just go a bit higher and start doing the same thing all over again? Remember, these markets are traded by people and algorithms. Algorithms are programs. They don't have emotions, so they can keep doing different styles of trading over and over again. We come down, we do this, dip, this, have a pump, down, pump, and then have a dumperoo, come down to 23K. It's very possible. It's very possible. Now the Bitcoin chart is looking dumpy for the day, but I wouldn't bet on it. Asia might come up and pump it. At the moment, we are holding the trend line. So this move down was just a deviation. Don't take it too seriously, but essentially, sorry, this was the original trend line. If you want to be bullish, you can move it down, but this is the original trend line. So my double resistance is up here at 27.4 and 27.5. That will be my resistance. I like to see a V-shaped recovery with an increase in volume. I haven't gotten that increase in volume yet, so it might just continue lower. All right, that's my take on the markets. That's my take on Bitcoin. Hope you liked it. If you did, smash the likes. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. And if you really like it, join the free Discord. And if you really like to support the channel, then there is a link in the channel description and in the video description. Takes you to a secure link in secure site, PayPal, where you can donate anything you wish to. And that's my take. Thank you for attending. Thank you for giving me your valuable time, Jafar. I'll see you guys on the next one. More trades. I'm out.